GM everyone, GM to the Hermans show. Direct from the Hermans account. Let's go. That's what's up. Yeah, we're cooking. Yeah.
We finally connected for the 100 days. 100 days, 100K. Let's fucking go. It's hammer time. I wanted to do this joke all day.
Let me just stick it in the Discord. I must say that it's the best intro to any podcast, any space. You've got it nailed down. Yeah, it does. It actually puts me in a good mood.
Like a walk out to the podcast, like shadow boxing and that.
You need. Well, I was going to say next fight you have, you need to get Vincent to come up with some.
I can make a Herman video clip if we do those AMA more often, boys.
That would be sick.
Yeah, we're getting a few questions come through. Mitch got his mic working. Not this again.
The problem of Mitch is internet connection.
Just a disclaimer, first of all. How is my audio, by the way?
It's
good,
okay.
bro.
My audio is good. All right, brilliant. I'm not coming on camera because, as you can probably tell by my voice, I'm sick as a dog. I would love to blame Distro for the illness because Distro's been ill as well, but I haven't actually been near him. But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm actually doing this from my bed, believe it or not. But passion for the hustle, passion for the Hermans. So we move on nonetheless. Hopefully, I'm not sick on it.
Yeah. Do you want a magic kiss so you can feel better?
What does that entail?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I've heard about these French kisses.
Guys, let's go back to work, please.
Oh, so are you jealous? I think. So yeah, GM Ordi, GM Slack blow. I don't know how you pronounce, but GM. See, that's what's up. GM Mitchell, GM everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. So yeah, 100 days since Hermans mint. Oh, applause. No applause. Wait. Woo! Okay. How has that been, guys? How do you feel? Like, congrats first, and then how do you feel?
I'll take this one. Yeah, I mean, first of all, I can't actually believe it's been 100 days since we minted. It's been a crazy journey so far. And if we were speaking before as a team, and we're saying, it was like 100 days. I was like, it feels longer than that, man. It does feel longer. It's something that, there's been a lot of ups and downs. And we wanted to just actually start this space off by, first of all, giving a huge shout out to the community, the ones who stuck by us, being extremely patient, and the ones who believed in what we're building. So massive shout out to every single one of you who are probably listening now or probably going to be listening back later on. So we're here to celebrate 100 days, share some updates, give people a quick insight into like what we've been working on behind the scenes. And just before we do that as well, I do think it's important we start by acknowledging the market, right? It's no secret. The NFTs have faced some really tough times over the last few months. I mean, we launched in arguably one of the worst markets to date, did extremely well. And what I would say probably, up until very recently, one of the worst markets that we have seen, trading volume as low as 2020, 21 in some instances. And we've been struggling with just that, the overall demand. And I think I could, speak for every single NFT founder in the market. But it's really refreshing to see some life come back into the market. Huge increase in trading with trading volume and a lot of OG collections seeing the benefits of that as well. We have seen, our floor price been massively effective, but we've always, stuck to the plan and stayed committed to trying to deliver long-term value. And while some people might see it as, the price keeps going down and NFTs are dead and this and that, we've actually used it as an opportunity to just really keep our heads down and continue to build. It's been a wild ride, 100 days, a lot of time for the future to go. But yeah, massive shout out to everyone for the support so far, and we're looking forward to what will be the next chapter of Hermans.
Yeah,
just on that point as well, like Web3 moves fast, and like we always say about like time moving so fast, but like it feels like we've been involved in Hermans, because we've been so immersed with the day out for so long. It feels like years. Like, never mind days. Like 100 days is crazy. What's that, like just over 3 months? It feels wild that it's been only a quarter of the year that we've been building this out. But so much untapped potential and so much we've got to look forward to. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
And I think a funny story to add to this is that it's 5th of December, and we were coming out of Breakpoint 15 days ago when we decided to start doing this. Right, I was with Vincent on that Breakpoint,
Right.
so it's like it's just like we were just coming back, and we started with all of these of Hermans, and now it makes 100 days there is minted. And yeah, I've been getting a lot of messages on Telegram and on X of people like, what are you guys doing? How is it going? Like, what is the product development and stuff? Like, I just wanted to clear out that we've been working on this every day. That's the only thing that the four of us, because Dister unfortunately is ill as well, and he was not able to be on the call today. But it's been killing it on the tech side. We're going to enter in more details in a bit, but we've been working on this every single day, and we keep doing what we're doing with the intention of making something pretty cool. But again, NFTs are collectible, and I hope that independently of what we do and what we deliver, that people like the collectible and they will collect it and keep it forever because they found the Herman that matches them, right? So yeah, a lot of surprises for December and a lot of continuation of the things that we've been talking. And yeah, I'll pass the word to the questions of Vincent or to one of the boys, because you guys speak better than me. So let's go.
No, that's not true. But then, you say it's like season time stuff. Like, so what's going on? Give me the offer. Just between you and me.
Nah. There is a lot of alpha.
Yeah.
There is a Hertz coming. There is a very big focus on chain. There is brand building. There is a lot of things that we've been working, and yeah, we were able to involve more people. With the funds that we raised, we're able to bring more people on board to actually deliver on this. So I think that'd be pretty cool. But again, it's yeah, let's start with the story maybe, and Mitch can not.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's start with the brand. You touched on the brand there. Let's go into that a little bit more first, because I think that's an important place to start with this as well. And I think it kind of talks about this next phase that we're going into quite nicely as well. So one thing that we've echoed since the start in terms of what we're doing is that we've never built Hermans to just be a Web3 brand. And of course, you know, it's a starting point for any up and coming startup from Web3. We understand that, but our vision is, and always has been, to build a very versatile brand. I think what we've seen, you know, recently is a prime example of where that can take you, and a prime example of that is Doodles. Doodles are an extremely versatile brand who have a ceiling which is so much higher than Web3. In my opinion, and some people might agree with this, some people might disagree, but Doodles are basically a company or a brand that could partner with brands in almost any industry, and 9 times out of 10 the collaboration would feel like it made sense. And our plan with Hermans very much aligns with that. We want to continue to basically develop a brand that progressively moves beyond the Web3 native experience while still leveraging all the tech that Solana has to offer. And that's the pinnacle and the focus of like what we do, like expanding experiences, expanding the brand, whilst understanding just how great of an infrastructure and tech we've got behind us to make this shit happen. So in this next phase, we basically need to ensure that Hermans is not just like attractive to he's not just basically attractive, but he's also welcoming to like a non-Web3 audience as well. And that's why we've basically completely redesigned our website to make it basically more easy to navigate the Hermans world, and everything that's on this Hermans world, which is going to be attractive to both Web3 and non-Web3 natives, is going to be powered by Glaze behind the scenes with all that, you know, technical and blockchain jargon completely extracted. So as of Monday, the updated website will go live. We'll push, and I hope I'm allowed to announce that date, and I hope that is concrete, because I know that if we face a delay, we'll have an angry crowd outside the door, as they say. But an announcement will go out for you guys as and when this is live, and you can obviously go and check out some of the new features. And I want to talk about, you know, some of these focuses and iterations and what these updates look like prior to Monday. So I'll break down some of this now. But basically, a large amount of it, should I say, is on-chain focus. So we're basically doubling down on on-chain features to make Hermans more interactive and rewarding. And this ties back to like the collectability of it. So stickers as on-chain collectibles that you can earn by engaging with Hermans. Personality traits added on-chain using Core's app data plugin, which any technical heads will understand, which will basically make us one of the first companies within Web3 to extend NFTs in this way. So that's really interesting. We can be one of the first movers on that. And then we're creating a whole new experience with the characters as well. So we've always, barked on about how we want to create new experiences through the characters using the technology we have available to us, which offer experiences and engagements that you can't traditionally get in other areas. So a little clue there, or a little hint, is that Hooper might just be taking over Twitter soon. And I'm not going to say anything more on that right now. But we've always been interested in AI and how we can basically bring it into Hermans to offer these enhanced experiences. And this is something we've been working on a little bit behind the scenes. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because that's going to be coming out very, very soon.
And on that, I just want to add that we've been having help as well from people from the community. We locked down some partnerships with some other teams to be able to bring all of this to life. It's just, again, like we're just not doing announcements of anything, of everything. We've been working on it, and as soon as it's out, people will see and understand everything that to get there.
Can I speculate?
Speculate.
I know nothing about what's coming up. But okay. What about Herman with personality, and then they become like X account, and then boom, they have AI agent stuff.
Moving on swiftly. You might be along the right lines there, but there's a step further we want to take this as well.
Okay.
In the more grander scheme, but yeah, you're thinking along the right lines, sir. Definitely.
And this is like, it ties back in with the vision from the start. Like, it's one of the reasons. I'm not saying we was always looking to go down the AI route, but it adds to the bigger picture what you'll see. But that's why we give these characters personalities. That they're not just any old characters. But we started off, basing it off free, and it will go more and more down the line with introducing more and more. But we started off with free with really distinct personalities, which, if you look at the free right now, pretty much anyone in your friendship group, no matter where you're from, probably matches that description to some sort of extent. You've got the cool kids, you've got the mischievous one, and you've got the lovable goofball who's always falling over or whatever. So that's the reason why we wanted to do that. Again, it adds to relatability, and it allows us to really expand on that. And that's exactly, you're definitely on the right lines. But we'll go a little bit further than what you said. But yeah, let's just bring these characters to life, getting people more attached to the lore, the story, which Zimbara will touch on in just a moment,
and expand it even more, right? Because that's the magic of they be able to learn and grow by himself, right? And then even into animation and everything. So it's like,
and you don't need even holders anymore, because Hermans become like sentient.
that will be the goal if everything goes right. So let's see. Between a lot of things, because this will grow to a commercial side that we've been want to explore. So yeah, we keep developing the tech, and that's the most important part right now to be relevant.
Wait, because you can also have like a cross-media platform stuff with, like, again, independent Hermans. Oh, that's big.
Yeah, and one thing that we don't really talk about too much, but it's massively important. And I think like one thing that we need to make clear at this point as well is like really starting to monetize Hermans as a business, because it's inevitable that eventually the runway we raised a modest amount in the grand scheme of things. In many other markets, before you launch Hermans as a product and a project, you earn tenfold what we earn. We've got to be conscious of like the runway that provides us, but we're very, I'd say, commercially driven in all our backgrounds and what we've done previously. So it was all about, right now, as we've got into this next phase, as we've kind of like made the Hermans name recognized to some degree, how do we then commercialize and monetize, more importantly, products that fit the brand? And that's kind of like what's involved in the next step. And as our commercial director, I think it's fair to say, Zimbara, quite quite enjoyed the these plans coming to fruition of how exactly we can do that. Seeing the runway develop.
Because it's important, because our wallet is public, so everyone can go and check. It's not a problem. We even bought the domains on Sol and everything, and you can see like the money that flows out is literally to pay suppliers and to enter in partnerships and to do all of this cool stuff, and our employees. Because again, the Hermans team, although we are only 3 here, we already have 7 people working constantly on this. So it's already something. And as of now, because again, royalties is not a revenue, we don't have a revenue that it's available currently, but we do have the plan to get this revenue. This was always since the beginning the objective. It just takes more time, right? So we are working on it. And based on that, working on it, I think it's very important to go into the story, because we talked about the story for so long, last call even, that we had with you and the update. And it's like from the beginning, like we always envisioned that Hermans was like, it was going to be just more than characters, right? And to fulfill all these little pieces that we are talking, right? We were not able to put everything together and just like, you know, like it's just like these things don't come up in our heads and we're like, oh, let's do that. Oh, let's do that. No, it's all based on the lore. It's all based on the story. And we've been envisioned this story to create the best experience possible for people. So a strong story is very important. This is something that we've been working on, that we've been consulting with people to help us with what we have, to see like how can it be better, how can we have more. And again, it's been great, and we are really close to bring it to everyone, to share it publicly and to put it. So yeah, we brought in another secret. We brought in a storyteller, an external team that help us to build all of these, and now it's going to be the level that it should be, like because we created the lore, we created the story, but we wanted more. We wanted to be, like Mitch said, right, to be a perfect brand, you need a lot of storytelling and not just what we are doing, right?
I think that was another period of like humbling ourselves and understanding that, you know, we can't do all this ourselves. Like one thing we never claimed to be is like great storytellers, and I would consider, especially Zimbabwe, to be quite creative, and like as a team, we're relatively creative. But there's, you know, if you want to take the brand like this to the extent that we do, you need to bring in experts in each given field. And I think like one thing that we did was like, right, the laws got gaps. There's big voids in the law. I think it's fair to say that the storytelling, you know, all right, we do a reasonably good job with the animations. We're starting to deliver exactly what the Hermans attitude and ethos is about. But it can be developed like tenfold from here, like so much more room for growth. And that was the point where we started having conversations a few months back with a few different companies and a few different individuals to really kind of like find the person who, or the person or company who we feel like really understands what we're trying to push, but also really understands the collectability aspect of it. And we're making some good ground with this now. We've got a gentleman who probably a lot of people are familiar with as well, who's going to be helping us build all that out. So I'm sure we could drop some more details in due course on that as well.
Yeah, and I would like to add that brought us, for example, to the next thing. Like now we're going to have squads, right? In which like Hermans with specific fur types will be able to team up for this type of experiences. And it can be you, because you have a lot of Hermans and you like to collect all the furs, so you want to make your own squad, or you can team up with other people from the community to be able to go into these experiences and these adventures. So you can already start building that squad on the website starting on Monday, if it's Monday that it's live, but we believe that it's Monday. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of people to get creative and go for it. Like that's exactly our objective with it. And yeah, basically I think it's an interaction of like the experience that you are doing. And yeah, I can see a lot of questions, and that's why I was reading meanwhile I was talking to you. But I was reading the questions. But I guess we go to the questions in the end.
Yes. No, we can do like in a minute. It's about like from price and in benefit for owners. But like yeah, can you come back on the squad stuff? Like what is it? What am I doing? What's
Yes.
up?
So it's basically, as part of the overall story, which we'll be bringing into it. So as everyone knows, Hermans have got multiple different furs. So with these fur types, or based on what fur you have, you'll be able to team up, which will create these new experiences. And I know probably what I'm saying right now doesn't really make too much sense, but it will do. So basically, you can start building squads on Monday on our website. Based on which NFTs you collect, which furs you have, and then further down the line as that develops, based on the fur types that you have and the amount that you collect, or basing it in the different groups, this will basically provide these new different experiences based on what you collect. So it just adds into the collectability. It allows you to group up with other ones. Like the one thing that we did, we rolled out on the Discord really early on, which we did take. We're probably a bit too soon with doing so. Was the Hermans Club, putting people in groups based on the preferences they like. So we did it based on like sports, and we actually took a step back because it was too early to release it. But basically, we want to understand the community more. We want to know what the preference is, what they like, and bringing people together based on that, because this is what sub communities are all about. This will dive into that a little bit more. It'll dive into collectability. And it will also provide these different experiences based on what you collect within Hermans. I mean, like for you guys, it probably doesn't make too much sense. For us, it'll all make sense come Monday and the further updates that we provide.
From LC, it's not really a question, but yeah, whatever. A clean animation on before Herman's Christmas animation, as they may have presents. No man, Santa with it. What?
Nah, it's just like joke.
It was.
We need to look at what the Klenos is doing to not do the same because of what's happened.
Someone put, I missed that.
Honestly, honestly, like it's not like that. Like it was. I know that it's very hard to understand, but it was literally a pure coincidence. Even more like we kept the conversation going with them just for them to understand as well. Like we didn't even have the resources to be able to flip the animation so quick as they think it was. Like it's not even possible. Like our animations of Christmas already started a month and a half ago. Like we can't just pick it up and change it. Like we are not that versatile yet, and we are not. And again, although we are doing IP, we are not doing what they are doing, or we are not having even the amount of team and funding that they have to be able to spin things around faster to add more things. So it's like
we're so scared. We're so scared as well, Vincent, because we just know we release a Christmas one that's the same as theirs. We're going down. We ain't got the budgets for lawyers that they have, so our lawyer we'll have to get a local one off Fiverr.
I mean, there is so much stuff you can do on Christmas time anyway, right? Like if you don't, I mean,
we pumped these two and it ended up being the same. So what do you want us to do? Like
we're second guessing if we can even include a Christmas tree.
And again, like we would not be coming on camera saying this thing if it was not true, right? Like it was a pure coincidence that we regret.
And do you know what? One thing that's important to say at this point as well is like we're like, regardless of what they think about us, regardless of like what the sentiment is, like we're huge fans of Cleanosaurs. Like we are big fans. Like we're really impressed by what they've done, and they do inspire us, possibly inspire us, but they do inspire us. Like we'd be lying if they said we didn't, because they're obviously they've kind of gone down. Although we've got our own route, they've knocked down doors which we want to knock down in the future as well. So if we're even thinking on the same lines as these guys, if we're having some of the creative input and all that kind of stuff, then it shows we're on the right track, and that's what our biggest takeaway is from this.
Yeah, there's it's all love at the end of the day. Like people were annoyed at first, and then everyone forgets anyway. But yeah, luckily that's why you always keep the receipts, because otherwise it would have looked a lot worse. But yeah, no, like we're doing our thing, they're doing their thing. It's always been the case. And it's that. I mean, it's all forgotten about, and hopefully, I'm praying to God that the ideas that we had for Christmas are a little bit different to what they post.
Yeah, and again, almost a two-year-old project, and us with 100 days. Like again, although we have a lot of quality, and we know that we do, it's not the same output, and it's not
ours is a really long process, because like. To get to build the characters out took a long time, which is why we put so much money and time into it pre-launching. And then to get like the turnaround times, like it's weeks planning, like we've got to think ahead. Like we're already thinking about, you know, what we're doing for Valentine's, for example. You know, that's 2 months ahead, because that's how much we've got to plan for these things, just to make sure, because we encountered a lot of delays at the start, and we didn't want to do that anymore. So, you know, that was always the case. And the biggest for us, it was, you know, the vision was, we wish we could create them that fast, and we wish we could put as much time and money that they probably spend, and have the internal team as they do. And hopefully that'll be a case one day. But for now, you know, we just got to do what we can do, and we're delivering some extremely high quality animations, which people are loving.
I mean, if you can crack like a quick animation, that's $1 billion company, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, I hope someone creates some AI tool that can just take our characters and we import a little bit of information, and it creates it on the same level. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
I don't with animations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. If we had it internally and we didn't sell it as a product, then it would work, because like it's extremely expensive, and you know, the more and more you do, probably not the easier it gets. But yeah. So if anyone else got the idea, then hit us up.
Yeah, as long as we invent the idea and we create marketing.
Yeah, are relevant.
But let's talk about products as well, because this is another important thing that, you know, we've not yet delivered, and we're conscious that like a lot of projects come to market, and within like a few weeks you see some merch, you see some, like, you know, some hoodies or some printed t-shirts or anything like that, and we've kind of like we've put it on the back burner. I won't say we put it on the back burner. We've been treading tentatively around releasing something too early that we released with little to no quality. We was having conversations with one of the biggest brands that have come out of the UK to basically do a collaborative partnership with some clothing. And unfortunately, that's not come to fruition as of yet. We're still hoping we can develop that. We'll release some more information on it soon. But it's a cool fucking partnership. So we're hoping we can get something in place for that, because it's a little bit different on the merch front, and it's cool as fuck. And I don't want to, you know, get everyone excited about something that might not materialize, but we're hoping to do something along a similar line to that very, very soon. What we can tell you right now is that we got on the 22nd of November, you might have seen we posted the official Hermans stamp. So something you can basically expect to see on any future Hermans products, to show their official Hermans products, which might not mean a lot now, because we're not going to have many people probably making fake products of ours, but maybe something in the future, if we get people replicating our products, that shows a level of success. So that's something we actually aspire to have, people doing fake products of Hermans. But our first collaboration with Raposa Coffee, even, will be going live very, very soon. We're basically going to have Hermans characters featured on 2 drinks, which will be the flat white coffee and the caramel latte as well. And we'll be taking orders for these very, very soon as well. We've got some absolutely fire custom Hermans cans with the Raposa gang as well. So looking forward to getting those live alongside our first official merch drop with details.
It's a limited edition, don't forget to say. It's first come, first serve. There is not that many. And the cans, besides drinkable, are collectible by itself. So they're pretty cool. The work is from Luis, our lead artist in-house, and he did 2 different variations. So for people to be able to choose which one they prefer. And yeah, so soon you're going to be able to get one.
And who doesn't love coffee, right?
Yeah.
Is that like shipping handled by Raposa, right? So because they're shipping worldwide.
Yeah. They manage the logistics with it. The guys are really, really good. So yeah, we're working closely with them. They manage the shipping and logistics, and we just dealt with all the design and basically got these guys to agree to a nice partnership. But again, like, you know, we're big advocates of Raposa. We think these are another, you know, team who are doing all the right things. And again, if we can keep champion the Solana ecosystem together, then we're all on board for doing that. So yeah, we've got a sick little design coming out on the cans, and now it's like, do you hold or do you burn? I.e., do you hold the cups as one of the first products to ever come out from Hermans, or do you burn it and drink it? It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna drink, and I'm gonna keep.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's it. I need to drink it. I don't even know where. I don't have a beer to add because of my I'm drinking medicine.
I was going to say it's coffee, not whiskey or beer, right? You know that.
It's whiskey or time for me. But you know what?
Yes, but
about things that we are bringing, I think it's cool as well to say, like, people saw in the video that Distro put last week something called the Hertz token. And I think it's fair to say that, yes, we are bringing out a Hertz token that is just not a meme coin. It's not a token. It's an in-house. It's going to be on chain, of course, but it's a system with a little twist to reward our holders, and it's not going to be Hertz/USDT. No, it's just an in-house token. It's like a point collectability for having opportunities in our ecosystem of everything that we are building. Okay. So no, you're not going to see it. Although it's on chain, you're not going to see a paired or with a liquidity pool. No, that's not going to happen. So you'll be able to earn Hertz in several ways, and then we will reveal way more about every single way you can earn and every single thing you can do with it on our next stream with Vincent.
That's cool. I like it. So wait, can I watch to earn them? Like, for example, they watch the MA, they can boom, boom, boom.
I'm not gonna tell you more because you extract, like, we already do these live streams without giving you any questions and any pointers to be natural, but then the questions that you do is the questions that we don't want to answer right now. I'm just gonna jump forward.
You can watch to earn, but you earn ticker views.
Yes, but like I want to earn Earths too, bro.
No, you just earn views, your token. We're just going to piggyback off the back of your ecosystem.
No, but I support multi-token now. Like I even have some videos where people earn USDC, so you get paid watching. So I'm basically buying viewers.
Buying viewers.
Yeah. Basically,
that's why it's been growing. Now I get it.
You're basically buying. Yeah, you are. That's true. Actually. But yeah, no. The idea is that almost any interaction and engagement that you do within the Hermans ecosystem, you will earn Hertz effectively. Let's just keep it as that.
Cool. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of twists and a lot of cool stuff that we'll be doing with that. And again, just a little bit more engaging, interesting. But yeah, for now we'll announce more on the next stream before going into it.
Okay. And how do you see all of those components, even like the lore, the brand awareness and stuff, like back to the NFT side of it, where question about with Reboot, like how does that impact the floor price in your mind? Like how do you see price to go up because you delivered all of that stuff in the next next 100 days?
Yeah, I saw this question from System Reboot. What about the FP? Story. What about the FP? Will it be the same from now for about 10 years? And obviously I did mention this at the start of the space. Ever since we launched, and definitely not just blaming it on the market. I think we did struggle a bit when we come out the doors. Odds against our favor. We have seen a decline in the floor price. Where I think everyone knows that for now. And this is where the stuff we've been working on, like from what we've used it as an opportunity. It was like, right, these animations are great. We're doing these partnerships, we're doing X, Y, and Z, but it's still not having the really desired effects. And it's the same pretty much for every project across the board. Yeah. You've seen, for example, Claynosaur's announced that partnership with the gaming company, which is amazing. And then a couple of days later, the floor price is actually gone down. So when we're looking at stuff like that, it's like, okay, what can we actually work on? What can we do that can actually provide industrial change and provide a ton of value back to Hermans? And this will sort of go on to the next things that I want to cover. So, as everyone knows, Hideout Labs is the parent company. It's the tech engine that's driving Hermans. Our focus has always been on building tools that push the boundaries of what's possible in both blockchain and entertainment. You've got Hermans, which is launched as the collectibles, the entertainment brand. We've got Glaze, which we've not talked too much, since our last space. But Glaze is our solution for seamless Web3 consumer experiences It's what's being used in our new website, which is coming out on Monday. It's to simplify interactions. It's to enhance engagement. We think this is something which can be used on not just an ecosystem level, but for any brands coming into the space and for existing brands. We wanted to show people how it works with Hermans from the start. And then we'll start, pushing that out in BD, etc. And again, we've also been working on a new product, which is going to be, the aim is launching Q1 2025. Now, this combines everything that we've been mentioning today: the storytelling, the Web3, and the AI. And this will essentially put the Hermans brands in front of potentially millions of people. So it's an opportunity to, and I quickly mentioned it's an opportunity that can bring industrial change and have a significant impact for Hermans, because AI is an extremely exciting space and it's here to stay, and we're going to be using it to our advantage. We briefly mentioned about the Twitter account for Hooper and how that's going to be coming out shortly. But we're actually going a little bit further than that to develop solutions which haven't been done before, which is going to basically align Hermans perfectly to connect with a very specific and untapped demographic. There's going to be a lot of things going to be rolled out from that, but it's something like that we've been putting a lot of time and focus into, because when we look at the stuff, all these little wins that we've been doing, all these little updates are not going to be changed, not going to have too much of an impact in the floor price. If it was in a completely different market and it was a bull market for NFTs, then the slightest announcement would cause the pumps. And we've realized that's not the case, which is why we've been really head down focusing on that. So the new products, which is all featuring AI, it's something that we're going to be doing in launching in Q1. And the reason why we want to do that, we want to show an MVP. Is something that we're going to look to get fundraising for, and it's something which we think a lot of people will be interested. And again, everything will provide value back to Hermans as well, and that's something we think can make a huge impact, and that's something which I know there's a lot of people probably think, oh, what you guys been working on over the last few weeks, last few months. These are the kinds of stuff that we have been doing in the background, and it's not a case where we go like, start shouting about it now and going into too much detail, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done at our ends. Our dev team have been non-stop. There's a lot of planning and a lot of calls. But this is the thing where we can really think we can make the change. I don't know if Mitch and Zim have got anything to add to that.
I just want to add a quick comment. That is, like, we talked about this before, but just to understand the state of the market and why we think we are on a position that we think this can bring eyes to the project and eventually want people involved. It belongs as well to the part of the community, right? Like building the squads, having a lore, people starting to identify, build the brand, bring people in, acquiring a Herman, not acquiring a Herman, but interact with a Herman, join our Discord, talk with us, talk with everyone. Like, everything makes part of this big end game of trying to raise the floor price. But we cannot say that we're going to do this and the floor price is going to raise. Like the perfect example, we already talked about them today, and I think just a very quickly brief touch again is like Doodle's partner with one of the best brands of the Web3 that you could do. Like McDonald's reaches everyone from your granddaughter to your grandfather. Everybody goes to McDonald's. They see the cup, they love it. Let's see the results that has. But the floor price, the pump like it was supposed to be. But now what? For the last 2 months, the floor price is the same.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't move. Like, it became almost irrelevant again, right? And they did what majority of the NFT projects dreams of doing, right? Like, which more partnerships can they do? They Adidas, the music with the several artists, not only with Pharrell that belongs to the team. So it's like, again, we are trying, right? I think the message that we need to pass is like, we are working on this every single day. We are bringing solutions, we are creating a product, we are being sustainable, and we are using the funds in the best way possible to increase our way of going. So it's like, if you like Hermans, just hold your Herman. If you don't like Hermans, man, I don't know what to tell you anymore, right? And we cannot just deploy and start buying, because that would be like, we already have a very massive treasury. And if we start buying our own just to apply for the floor price,
Mm.
yes, we can do that. But no, we shouldn't do that either.
Yeah.
Like
We'll never do that because it's
sense,
never
like,
sustainable, and it'll just end up with you just burning the treasury for stuff which can be used for something which can grow the treasury. Mike had a question: will Hermans have their own world to walk around in eventually, or is that the wrong direction to go? That is not something to be completely transparent. I was fortunately enough, I was going to buy a plot of land a few years ago in the metaverse, and thank God I didn't, because I would have probably been about 30k down. For me right now in the position where NFTs are, I don't see too much value in us building our own universe where Hermans can walk around. There's not too much to do, or a simple game like that. I don't think that's the something that we're looking into. Maybe in the future, if it makes sense, like we said at the start, we're now positioning ourselves and going through the change to position, Hermans to be attractable to people outside of Web3. So that means coming to our website, being able to get a wallet without by signing up with your Gmail, being able to collect these stickers from doing X, Y, and Z, being able to collect these points which can be used for other things within our ecosystem. That whole picture will make sense. The thing what we're speaking about with the AI product is something which can make a huge impact, because Hermans will be at the forefront, but also it's a chance for where we'll be able to actually monetize that part of the business and really grow and tap into something which is really untapped to, but has got a significant amount of potential. Now, I don't want to just go into it too much, because I know probably what you guys are thinking, yeah, it's a little bit wishy-washy because we're not giving it the specific details, but this is something we're planning on getting ready for the Q1 of early next year. We've got a load of stuff we're working on in immediate time, the new website, new revisions, the partnerships. As Mitch said, the Repulsor cans, which is all costs. We're not making any money of that. Just the first collectible, and then the first official Hermans merch, which probably is going to be the first week, give or take, of January, straight after Christmas. So we've got a lot of stuff in that short period. Staking as well. Staking was something, and we had this discussion a few weeks ago. Yes, that'll be part of it on the website. That's something you'll earn the token off. We definitely want to do staking. The reason why it wasn't something we prioritized over the other developments, because staking's well and good. It shows people commitment to the brand. It shows commitment to the NFT project, but it's not something where people think, it's not like it doesn't have the desired effects that it does back in the day. This project's released, staking, floor price goes up. It's not the case, but it's something where people can show conviction in a project, lock it up, get a little something out of it. That will be coming. It's one of the developments within the website. So again, it's a great chance to reward the holders, and that will be coming out on shortly as well.
And we are looking at, because I saw the story question now. It's just like Christmas, we're gonna have some surprises, and yes, we will try to please a bit of everyone with rewarding everyone with something. But again, it's Christmas time. You need to wait for the snow and see what happens.
Sorry, Vincent. I was just one last thing. There's a lot of people in here, who's speaking there. Calvin, I've never sold a Herman. Ed Joe, I just collect them. We know there's a lot of really strong community members who've just been buying. Are just happy to stick along. I was actually having a conversation with one of my friends who owns Heist at the gym today, and it's like, what's it like? Because obviously he knows the floor price is down, and he's been through a similar situation. And I was like, the community is so strong. Like, they're really strong, and a lot of them, we have the other one who's annoyed because it's their investment and it's currently down. But majority of people know that we're here working on this every day, and we see the bigger picture, and we will do what we say we're going to do. And our goal is always to provide as much value. We've got some really exciting things that we're working on, which will, in my opinion, make the change which people want and bring the eyes back on Hermans. And we're looking forward to just to roll it out. But yeah, we appreciate the patience.
Yeah, like you said, I think like all of those. I mean, stacking is a commodity now anywhere right now. So in a community, in the sense of like everyone has it. So if you product like implement it and expect like 10x out of that, that's not gonna change anything anyway. And it's kind of like 2021 shenanigans stuff too, right? So you have to implement new things
we know how to play the tricks, and that's not the way to do things.
No, exactly.
Like, we need to build a proper enterprise that will be able to elevate that floor. If that floor will be pushed when the time of collectibles and NFTs comes back again, everything is cyclical. Everybody thought Litecoin was dead. Now everybody's calling for $300. SVJ as well, 400 in a day, right? Even XRP is back. So everything can happen with tokens in crypto. Like Bored Ape, already 70K, the only NFT that keeps rising. But if you were in Ape Fest Lisbon, for example, you understand why. But like, it is different. And don't forget, Yuga raised 100 million. Like, we can throw a dope festival for if we raise 100 million too, if you guys want, for free for everybody. But like, again, nowadays you cannot raise 100 million like that. So we are here to continue doing what we're doing and the best we can.
And even like those passive income from NFT, when like the holder just buy the asset and expect like 10x return out of, again, staking or token emission, it's over since like 2 years.
And we cannot do it. And honestly, legal wise, again, we actually have a company incorporated. So legal wise, we cannot do that either by the regulations and by the laws in the UAE. Yeah. So that's not something that is on the plans. Like we're not selling NFTs as well. So it's just like, that's not in the plans. That's not.
But even on that point as well, like indirectly speaking, like if you minted a Hermans NFT up on mint day, with the opportunities that's been presented through holding them indirectly, like external opportunities, it's almost impossible that you haven't seen an ROI on it anyway. And again, like one thing that we're a little bit conscious that we don't do enough, and this is something that Distro mentions, is we don't shout. Some of the best projects, or some of the projects that are deemed the best within Web3, are delivering loads of little wins which you just accumulate over time. And not many more than us, if many more than us whatsoever, but we're not proactive enough in shouting about these little wins that we're getting for the community. And I think that's one thing that we need to focus on as well. But yeah, in terms of like, being able to drive, I won't say money, but like opportunities outside of like what you can directly get from an NFT, like the opportunities are there. I think it's fair to say that.
Yeah. And we have next week, we're jumping on the space with Solana ID. That was one of the first airdrops we secured, and out of 4 projects within Solana ecosystem, Sensei, I'm pretty sure Geckos, and some OG ones, they wanted to partner with Hermans because we've met them a few times. I believe they've now got a date, which is going to be this month for their TGE, and we'll be jumping on a space to talk about that. Again, that should be a nice win for the holders. A free airdrop for holding Hermans. We always are on the lookout. I know what's the project you launched that meme yesterday? You're doing some airdrops, but we're always on the lookout for just because the goal is try and give back as much as possible to the community, whether that be informing and about monetary value in airdrops, etc. Floor price going up, or wherever it be, like providing tools, access, resource, all that good stuff.
Right? That's like, for example, we already we started with our own stickers, and then Annie, one of the members of the community, just said that she wanted to do some. We pay her for the work, and she's doing some, right? Like even internally, like if you want to collaborate with us, just drop a message. We will see if we can do something together, and we'll try to do something together. And if that thing goes very positively, we are paying for it as well. Like it's just we literally trying to make this community the best that we can. And at the same time, Escobar has been doing an amazing work on Discord on that front. But at the same time, it's like this community becomes a little bit what the holders want to do with it, right? Like it becomes part of, like, you hold a Herman, you want to do something about it, tell us, and we will try to help you realize that. And that keeps growing. We have the vision, but we give the tools as well for people to execute on that. So they can be the advocates, and that's exactly what we're trying to do, and grow it even more. So I'm very excited to see what people will be able to do in the future with the interactions with Uber, and I'm very excited as well with the stakes and everything that you're going to be able to do with Hertz. Like we have a lot of things in store, like a lot of things that the community have been asking, like swapping things with the with the treasury, getting specific NFTs by the treasury, having rollouts weekly that you can just put your hertz on it. Like, we have a lot of cool things and more activity coming. The thing is, these things unfortunately take time to build, and we only had 100 days. So I'm just happy that we still have 500 people live watching us, and that means that at least somebody believes in us, and that's why we are doing this. So yeah, I'm just happy with that, and believe it that we're gonna at least we're gonna try. Fuck it, we tried, right? So that's right.
Package board is already taken.
Is that how we just sat there? Fuck it, we tried.
I call him here on stream, no problem. that one whose the name is not to be spoken. But yeah.
That's it. Now we got a lost dinosaurs and a lost bee gods as well. Brilliant.
With a t-shirt, you know.
I want to ask you, Vincent. Like, what's your thoughts on like the NFT market? And second question to follow up that, me airdrop. I hope everyone listening as well. I hope everyone listening has got a good allocation for the Magic Eden. Everyone deserves a good win from this, from buying and holding some absolute terrible NFTs and also some absolute good ones for the last few years. Do you see the money from those airdrops? I think what we're looking pre-market price $3. Do we see that money rotating back into NFTs, or do you see it going more into meme coins? What's your take?
Yeah, so bro, like as long as pub.fun is printing 1 million a day of fees, meme coins are not going anywhere. So and Dejen not Dejen, so I think they will continue to gamble for at least a couple of months. For NFTs, what I wanted to say was like the Hermans and the brand positioning is like, I feel for brand project also like the cap, like the ceiling is way higher than any other project. Even if like you have the X amount of holders, like 2,000-3,000 amount of holders like you can get at the end of the day because it's a collectible. But yeah, like also with the brand awareness that you can have way more market participants, even if they don't hold Hermans. In a way, they're part of your ecosystem in a sense of like, yes, seeing on Instagram, animation, etc. But there is that. In terms of like, what's your relationship with Magic Eden? Are you bros or are you close?
None. It's fine. You can talk about.
Okay, so
we're bros now. They give us all this money, but yeah, we'll forget about that pretty quick.
The wallet, man.
And my airdrop is gonna be shit, and I collected shit tons of NFTs, but it is what it is. They said that I'm not loyal, and my wallet is not active for more than a year, so it is what it is.
There is some very questionable, like I heard and I got corrected by genuine articles earlier on, because I think it was Free Lunch Capital was like, he had 2.4 million diamonds, the most I've ever seen, right? And he got 11K allocation. I'm like, how the fuck has he got 11K? And he's like, is this like a joke? Like, you know, I'm not, you know, it's free money at the end of the day, but like, how is this the case? And what he said was, apparently there was some wallets, if you hadn't used it within a period of time, become inactive. I'm like, well, what, you know, where's the common sense in that? Apparently that's not the case. Yeah, I'd be very interested to see from Magic Eden to tell us, you know, how did you end up getting specific, you know, allocation for certain things, because it's crazy, and we know how much people farmed it as well. I've seen wallets with 247,000 allocation. You know, that's nearly a 7-figure airdrop from these diamonds, which is crazy. So it's interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, the people who did put a lot of volume through, I know a lot of people who were quite unhappy.
And I had a wallet with 50,000 diamonds that was not eligible.
Exactly. And what at the end of the day, like diamond not really color match your allocation. So what diamond?
There is no ratio. I've been trying to find a ratio mathematically. I even run on ChatGPT, and I cannot find a ratio behind that. So fuck off. Like
I think I do think that there was loyalty which played a big part, and I know that Zimbabwe, you was a.
I'm a tensor.
You was a tensor.
Everything.
Yeah.
No problem.
So, but I always like Magic Eden. I always like the UI, etc. Like, so it was probably one of my, I'd say primary. I mean, my allocation was nothing special, but like, it's better than Zimbara's, and he's definitely done more volume in me.
My Tensor allocation was great, so that's one of the reasons why we went with Tensor too. So it's like, I think I'm not saying that the better team, because I don't want to. We, in the end of the day, we are friends with Magic Eden too. And but again, like,
it's at least questionable. Of like the execution is not that clear. And
correct.
That's what we can say. And again, like for me, the wallet issue, like the wallet problem, has been solved in 2020 by Phantom. And the pain point is not the same as using MetaMask on ETH, right? So trying to sell one more wallet.
And the worst part, to link all your wallets. You know how many wallets I don't even know anymore where they are?
There's that was like annoying. Like I for some reason I woke up at like I got back from the UK 2 days ago, and I've been waking up like going to sleep at 10. Waking up at 3 a.m. So I was like, me and Zimbara was up because he wanted to check the markets before the markets closed. So we puff up, and he was like, I've only got this amount of allocation, and I was going through collecting my wallets, and I just gave up in the end. And luckily, someone found a tool. I'll share it in our Discord shortly. Yeah, instead of having to manually connect your wallets, you copy and paste all your wallets into it, and it will tell you if it's got allocation or not. Which saved quite a lot of time. I'm still yet to do it on multiple wallets, but I've had stuff where I've had ton of value gone through, and I just don't use that wallet anymore. So I'm now on my Phantom. I'm now trying to add wallets to see if there's anything in there as well. So yeah. But I'm hoping it does. I do. I think you're right. I think like when you look at the dynamics of the market, what's the more chance of doing a 2x, 100x, or whatever, it's going to be meme coins, right? They're taking a lot of market share. But I do think, like, in my experience as well, like I was in the trenches for a bit with these pump funds, and honestly, I've trading them, I just lose money. Like, and I personally think it's the same for the majority of people, apart from the one who posted the P&L screenshot of doing some crazy numbers. But it's a very risky game. Like you can easily get swallowed up there. And like the difference with NFTs is, yes, they're a little bit slower, but it's what most people know, isn't it? It's you've got a bit of less. What's that, mate?
No, that you stay with the asset and you can belong to a community or something. So like, like you still get like you don't go to zero. Like the problem with me with pump fund is that you go to zero. Like I just got rug. Yeah, you put $100 and you lost it. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if during a month you put $100 every day, you lost 3K. Like with 3K, then you could even put in I don't know, Solana. You had 330, right? Like,
but okay. What can we do with NFT that you can do with the meme coins? Because even though like meme coin projects are creating like PFP generators of like for example Chunky or some stuff like that, you can create your Chunky PFP on the website, and and people can flex them and wear it. I don't see a lot of Chunky PFP on X, that's for sure, but
it doesn't have the recognibility. It doesn't have the status, and it doesn't. It's not the thing, Like I think they're great. I'm not complaining. Like, and there is some memes that I buy and I like them and I follow through with it.
Yeah.
But what I fear and what I always don't like when we talk about this subject, and again, we were here to talk about Hermans, not memes, but now we are talking about it, is more about like it's going to zero and it's going constant to zero and being the profitability being lower than 2%. Like the thousands of people that are on the trenches, 2% win rate. Like, remember, like back in the day, even if you buy an NFT or you stay with NFT, or you can still flip it for 0.1 Sol, right?
Yeah.
Like this is what we always did. That's why Solana was so joked about, right? Yeah. It was a completely different type of game. This is just pure gambling. And again, it's fun, but people need to have that in mind. Like, it's gambling. At least that's my difference, and that's how I see it.
Yeah, I would say as well is like, human nature is one of, I'd say, desire or whatever, is to basically showcase the status. And this is something that people can do with NFTs over meme coins. Like no one really knows how much you've got in your wallet, but that's why meme coins play a good part, which is probably why we've seen the likes of Bored Ape, for example, probably seen one of the biggest rises because they do have that status quo. You own a Bored Ape, you got this amount of money. But I think like in terms of like what we can do is like we've seen a lot of money go back to the OG at the start of this week. We've seen SMBs go up. I can't remember how much volume, but we need this is what we need. We need more people speaking about NFTs. The talk for the last 6 months has just been on meme coins. We had that period of time where we launched, where Hermans and Superbase created a lot of noise, but it was just that was it. There wasn't any collections going crazy. I mean, Retardio's did really well, but now we're seeing more talk going into it. We're seeing this Magic Eden. We've seen more people speaking about NFTs. From people I've spoken to, they're not using Pumpful no more. They are trading memes, but it's more the OG ones, the more ones where you feel all right leaving it for a week, months, or whatever. So I just think like collectively, I think working together as communities, like avoid all this project versus project mentality, working together, showcasing the amount of good stuff that happens within the ecosystem. People generally just speaking about NFTs, like even our friends Block Asset, for example. Block Asset seen 200% increase this month. These boys are killing it. We're shouting about that. We're clapping our hands to them. I do think we are going to see more and more volume coming back into NFTs. I don't think it's going to be a case of next week we see all these 2-4x's, but I do think we're on the right path and we're seeing some really positive inflows of liquidity as well.
And for example, Slick Blow, you even put this comment here. He said meme coins are very short-lived and there's no identity. NFT is our identity of the project. It's exactly that. Like, for example, I remember the conversation what Distro was telling us as well when we discussed this matter, like in one of our team calls. And Distro was always saying like, there is not even much innovation around NFTs until now, right? Now you have Core that allows developers to actually add all these plugins to the NFT and create new kinds of experiences. Like it's completely different. Like, because Core and even MPL 404s, right? The 404s were an innovation by itself. Again, the degen brought it to the Gumball, burn the NFT, stay with the token, that's it. And then the liquidity goes down, it goes to zero like anything else. But the idea that you could go back and forth between a pool and have an NFT and have a token associated, like the concept-wise, it's freaking cool. But then wise, didn't work. People didn't like it, right? But again, people kind of tried. And like, again, this is exactly why we are exploring all these verticals with Hermans, and we are able to bring different types of products on our NFT. Because why? It's an NFT, it's an identity, it's a community, it's whoever is belong to it. And all of these makes something that the meme coin, as of now, I don't know what's the future going to be, but as of now, cannot be even the most popular ones, even Bonk that has Bonk, Pop, Bonk, everything, right? And they're fucking amazing and we love them. And I think everyone on this call has Bonk and got to drop Bonk. So like, there is like, that's not a meme coin anymore. That's already something else, right? Like that surpassed the
just on that with the innovation. I know we spoke about this on before, but like the website update is coming on Monday, and we're really putting a focus on chain. And Justin Barr said something about like innovating, and the reason why we use Core was because we're able to try stuff that has never been done before, and we've got the personality traits which are added on chain using, I think it's Core's app data plugin. Doesn't mean anything to most people. It will do for devs, but making us one of the first to extend NFTs this way. And this is just one of the things we're working on. So it's about, how do people see NFTs? What can we actually do with NFTs? They go way deeper than just being the PFP that people trade or people hold on to. This is what we're exploring, and this is why we're putting so much emphasis and stuff on the lore and the personalities and of making these characters, bringing these characters to life, which has always been one of the goals of Hermans. So yeah, we've got like I said, we've got a ton of different, a lot of updates coming. We're always working on something in the background. The little wins, and again with the AI products and what we're doing and what we're exploring with that. What we're trying to aim with the bigger wins as well is like, how can we make this industrial change? How can we have this impact where all eyes are on Hermans? And that's, we're looking at it from both ends, pleasing the holders, providing as much value as possible, making it more collector's item, innovating for Solana, like what can we do with these NFTs, and the bigger picture as well. So there's a lot going on. It's probably been one of our faults, not speaking about it too much, but like, I really hate, and my experience has always been like, we don't talk about it, but we deliver. And I know a lot of people get really impatient with that, but it's always worked better in my experience. We probably just need to find a fine balance for that. But because I know there's a lot of people in the Discord, a lot of our community members who want to hear more from us about what we're doing, but we always find it's best to deliver it as, not do like a weekly space, because we want to deliver like better updates. We do these weekly, monthly, like we're one of the only probably NFT projects who do these monthly streams to provide more insights and more solid updates, and then we continue doing them on a monthly basis, as we will do. And by the end of the January space, we should have a lot to talk about as well.
Nice. And to close out, because anyways, you're already breaking the time that we had for this, but just to let you know, like, let's dream a bit. Yeah, let's go to an area where people can actually dream of what you can do. But imagine that you already chose an Herman, you hold a Hermans, you chose a Herman that looks like you, that you really feel that is your representation of your personality online. And then in the future, based on everything that Zed's already said and that Mitch was saying, you are able to actually even bring your own personality into your NFT and attach it to your NFT. Nobody ever did that. That's what we're trying to push, right? But again, this is Dreamland, yeah? Mm-hmm. And then that personality comes to life in different formats and shapes, right? How can that look like, right? This is the type of problems, and this is the type of questions that we are trying to solve and keep everyone entertained, because we're an entertainment brand in the beginning and in the end, independently of what we're doing, how we keep people entertained with our IP. So like, this is the dream, this is the goal. Now, let's see when we get there and how we get there.
Are we talking about another 100 days or a little bit more?
Well, let's see, Vincent. You are here. We're going to be 30. We're going to be doing this next month. So let's see what we have for you that next night.
Okay, let's do that. Do you want to mention anything that we didn't in the hour, or should we close it, closing up?
I'm pretty sure we've covered everything. What we'll do is we'll probably clip out some snippets and stuff and do a recap on the Twitter, just for anyone who's missed it, even though this space is recorded as well. But no, I think we covered. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're a busy man, but man, I appreciate you doing this for us as well. Like, we really enjoy coming on and speaking to you. You're a great host, and definitely one of the best spaces and podcasts or whatever in this space. So make sure everyone gives Vincent a follow if you don't already. But yeah, massive shout out to you as well, mate.
Yeah, comment, like, and subscribe.
Please do that.
Vincent always does that on his YouTube movies. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. So I know now.
See, you want to say that? I knew you have that inside you, bro. You should be a YouTuber, man.
Yeah, it's hammer time.
Yeah.
I do think that Zimbabwe wants the job at Decoders. Like, he's from the start to the finish. He's been doing part of your role there. But no, appreciate it, Vincent.
Yeah, TS streams, trading streams.
We have just opened the trading channel. Zimbabwe, some of you might not know this, but Zimbabwe is a really good trader. Yeah, he does it. He never shares his trades publicly. But we are going to tell him to start sharing just a little bit more. I mean, it's just like, we've never had this meme channel. Everyone's trading memes. It makes sense. We try and post some updates on there with what we're looking at.
Something Hermans for November. We didn't talk about it. We didn't say, like, we raise an amount of money that's going to be delivered to the charity, and on top of that, it's a pity that no one else beside myself won with a perfect mustache. Nobody put it on their socials, but still, to everyone that is watching this live, drop a comment. And now I'm not joking, but on X, drop a comment on the stream, and we will give away to that person the prize that was intended to the best mustache. So today, just put a nice comment about Hermans under the stream, and we'll randomly pick one, and that person is going to be contacted directly on Discord, and
We'll pick them on Twitter as we're putting comments. So as part of the Hermans for November, we had one NFT, which is a sick one with a mustache. We'll give that away. So drop a comment. We'll pick a random comment and we'll send you that NFT over. We raised, I believe it was around $530, $560, which we'll be making the full donation to the Movember's charity, which is a really, really good charity out there. And we appreciate everyone who donated and appreciate everyone who got involved with that as well. So we'll make some sort of post probably after this space.
Zim, can you send me part of your mustache too, please?
Oh, man, like that was epic. But my wife said in the end of the month, she was like, "Look, if you don't take it out, I don't care about anything else. I'm gonna get a divorce. You look much better with the beard." And I was like, "Okay."
Did you see it, Vincent? Like, I'm still don't know whether I was thinking gay porn star from the 80s or the Mexican drug cartel.
Man, it was.
He can't do it all, man. He can't do it all. He can do a Mexican drug cartel porn star.
Oh man. Yeah, I tried to leave the tash on like this, but then on the day that I cut it, she said, "No way."
Stop your Web3 bullshit.
It's just like straight maximum, and it is what it is.
He rang me. He was like close to. He was saying, "I'm going to get kicked out. Can I come and stay at yours?" I was like, "Just cut the tash off, bro. Just shave the tash. November's nearly done now. 1 day left. You're all right."
And I had my parents visit Dubai. I had her cousin visiting Dubai. And I was always with the mustache. So people were impressed, with my conviction. But that's what we do for Hermans. Conviction.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Mitch, are you still here or are you sleeping?
I fell asleep.
I'm just feeling like awful at the minute. I felt all right when I had like full energy at the start of the space, and as the time's gone on, I'm just feeling worse and worse. So I'm just in case I vomit, because floor price might go down if I start vomiting on live stream.
Well, that will up the views of Vincent.
Yes,
so, true.
I don't
know. Hermans founder vomits live on stream.
Jesus.
That sounds bullish to me.
That's a community that I want to belong.
Any clothing? So like, we good? Like, Zim. Any last words, Zim?
Nah, just be more Herman.
Be more Hermans. Yes, for another 1,000 days. Let's go.
Here's to the next 100 and 100 and 100 after that and 100 after that.
Generations.
I appreciate everyone tuning in. Appreciate the support. A lot of good stuff coming from our side. So we're looking forward to sharing that. And again, big thank you to you, Vincent, as well. The Joe Rogan of Web3.
Yeah.
You know it.
I deleted the upcoming. Fuck it. It's done. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Mitch, rest well. Yeah. Get better.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Nice. Yeah. How do I leave? How do I leave this stream? Where is the rest?
Wait, you can close the window if you would. That's it. But yeah, Dan, Zim, thank you so much. Everyone, buy Hermans, subscribe to the channel, follow Hermans, follow everyone. If you are on YouTube, there is all of the links in the description and stuff. Subscribe, follow those guys. And see you in the next live stream. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We'll see you in the next one. But before that, make sure to subscribe, like, and share.